He was loud, wild, and impossible to ignore. While other NFL stars trained in silence, Rob Gronkowski partied like every game was his last. Late-night Vegas trips, shirtless dancing at parades, headlines that read more like frat house stories than football news. But somehow, that guy, the one everyone thought would burn out, became one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. And no one saw the twist coming. Rob Gronkowski's story starts in Buffalo, New York, a tough city where sports run deep in the family blood. Growing up, Rob was one of 5 brothers, all athletes, all competitive. From a young age, he was known for 2 things: his natural talent on the field and his wild, fun-loving personality off it. Buffalo wasn't always easy. The winters were brutal, and the neighborhood demanded toughness, but Gronk thrived in that environment. Football wasn't just a game, it was a way out and a way up. His family pushed him hard, and from little league through high school, he dominated. Even then, though, his party side was impossible to miss. Coaches and teachers said he was the life of every gathering, always the one with a joke or a prank. That energy followed him everywhere and sometimes got him into trouble. But no one could deny his skill. By the time college scouts started paying attention, Gronk was a star. Everyone saw the raw power and speed, but many wondered if he had the focus to make it in the pros or if his wild ways would hold him back. When Rob Gronkowski headed to the University of Arizona, things didn't slow down. If anything, they sped up. College was where his party reputation exploded. He wasn't just the top tight end on the team, he was also the guy throwing the wildest parties on campus. But beneath the surface, Gronk was working harder than most. Practices, workouts, film sessions, he showed flashes of brilliance that made coaches take notice. Still, the headlines focused more on his late-night antics than his touchdowns. Some coaches worried his off-field life would cost him a future in the NFL, but Gronk had a secret weapon. His natural talent was just too big to ignore. Despite the distractions, he made it clear on the field he wasn't just a party guy, he was a game changer. That mix of reckless fun and raw skill set the stage for what was coming next, the NFL spotlight, and it was about to get a lot more intense. Rob Gronkowski's NFL career started with a bang. Drafted by the New England Patriots in 2010, he quickly became one of the league's most unstoppable tight ends. His size, speed, and catching ability made quarterbacks drool, and defenses dread him.
Go pull up that play. He pulled me 3 times. And then also, I was trying to get my incentives as well. So he screwed me. I had to get like 300 more yards. That would have like juiced me up another 20 yards. And it just made me mad, bro. And I was like finally over this getting held. And then every time I was a little bit physical, they were throwing the flag on me. I was like, how? I just got held 50 times this game. Now you're going to throw the flag on me? And finally I lost it. People's elbow, baby.
But Gronk's fame wasn't just for his skills. Off the field, he was still the same wild party animal. Vegas trips, loud celebrations, and headline-grabbing antics followed him everywhere. Some saw it as harmless fun. Others thought it was reckless and a distraction. Even as he racked up Super Bowl rings and broke records, questions loomed. Could Gronk keep this pace? Was the partying a ticking time bomb? For a while, it seemed like the answer didn't matter because Gronk was winning on every level. But beneath the glory, the physical toll and constant chaos were catching up with him. The next chapter would test just how far his wild streak could take him. Years of hard hits and wild living finally caught up with Gronkkowski. His body was battered, multiple surgeries, torn ligaments, and constant pain shadowed his every move. The party animal had started to fade beneath the weight of injuries. In 2019, shocked fans watched as Gronk announced his retirement. At just 29, with Super Bowl rings in hand and a career many envied, he said goodbye. The reason? Not just the pain, but a loss of joy. Football wasn't fun anymore. The lifestyle, the pressure, it all wore him down. Many thought this was the end of the story. The guy who partied harder than anyone had finally hit a wall. But what happened next would surprise everyone. Just when everyone thought Rob Gronkowski's story was over, he surprised the world by making a stunning comeback in 2020. Joining his longtime teammate Tom Brady at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Gronk proved he still had what it takes to dominate the game. But this wasn't the same reckless party guy fans had known before. Something had changed deep inside him. The wild nights quieted down and the focus sharpened. Gronk dedicated himself to his health like never before, putting in extra work on recovery and conditioning. He knew his body couldn't handle the old lifestyle anymore, so he embraced a new way of living, balancing his fun-loving spirit with the discipline of a champion. His comeback wasn't just about football stats or another Super Bowl ring. It was about proving that he could reinvent himself, overcome the setbacks, and still be a leader both on and off the field. Winning the Super Bowl again with Tampa Bay was the ultimate statement. Rob Gronkowski was back and better than ever. After winning another Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, Rob Gronkowski surprised many by not just stepping away quietly. Instead, he jumped headfirst into new ventures that showed a completely different side of him. No longer just the wild party animal, Gronk focused on building his own brand. He launched wellness products aimed at helping people recover and stay healthy, something very close to him after all the injuries he suffered. This wasn't just a business move, it was a way to give back using his experience to help others avoid the pain he went through. At the same time, Gronk got serious about philanthropy. He started supporting causes related to youth sports and health education. Fans who once saw him only as a wild character now watched him become a role model. He proved that even someone known for crazy parties could grow into a responsible leader. But this transformation wasn't overnight or easy. It took real work and dedication. Gronk had to fight old stereotypes and show people he wasn't just about fun, he was about impact. And that fight has made his journey one of the most inspiring in sports today. Rob Gronkowski's story is more than just touchdowns and wild parties. It's a journey of transformation that few saw coming. From a noisy kid in Buffalo to one of the most feared players in the NFL, then the party animal who shocked fans by retiring early, and finally the man who made a comeback and built a legacy beyond football. What makes Gronk's story so powerful isn't just his talent, it's his ability to change. He faced injuries, criticism, and doubts, yet he came back stronger and smarter. He showed that even the wildest stars can grow up, take control, and make a real difference. So when you think of Rob Gronkowski, don't just think of the guy who threw epic parties. Remember the athlete who defied expectations, the survivor who overcame pain, and the role model who's still writing his story. This journey proves one thing: no matter where you start, it's how you finish that truly counts.